Hello everyone, this is the Untitled Collector here with another action figure review, and here we have the Hot Toys, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, also known as Andrew Garfield's figure from No Way Home. This is the new updated version. I don't have the old version, but this one has like updated articulation, updated suit. The only thing that I've heard that they haven't updated was the lenses. It's more silvery still instead of white like he does in the movies, but says that. Let's just jump right into this and see what he has. So box first. So here's the box cover. We get that the Amazing Spider-Man promo art that we had from Spider-Man No Way Home, the Amazing Spider-Man figure, the Amazing Spider-Man here. You get some pictures of him from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 here and there. Here's the poster picture. Here's him on the wall on the here he's building. You get some red patterns going on here, some electricity going on from Electro. Here's the side art with the Amazing Spider-Man logo here, the Amazing Spider-Man, some webs coming out with his foot, electricity. Here's the back that has all the credits stuff here. I like how they got that like reflective spider logo going on here. You can kind of see it a little bit. Some more red detailing going on here and some electricity coming out. Same deal here, just some more webs and some more electricity. And here is the top with the Amazing Spider-Man on top. And then here is the bottom with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 logo there. But besides that, let's take off the sleeve. And here it is with the sleeve off, so you get a nice like little display of the figure here with this plastic window here. So the Amazing Spider-Man here with the spider logo down here. Here's a nice picture of Spidey here doing his pose from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 logo. With great power comes great responsibility written there. Hot Toys logo, Amazing Spider-Man. Same deal on the other side. And then top and bottom are the same. So yeah, let's crack this guy open. Let's start with the accessories. Alright, and here's all the accessories. So first off, we'll start with the base. So here is the base that comes with Spidey. You get this nice varnished glossy black Amazing Spider-Man logo here, and you get the Amazing Spider-Man 2 logo here. Amazing Spider-Man on the plate for the name, and it's a hexagonal base for it, and you get this little piece here which will go in the flight stand. Here's the back of it, and then here's the flight stand here. So obviously you would plug it in, and what you would do, you will have a clamp and you just pop this up off the top of it. I'll show you how to put it all together, but you could take this off, put that on there, and then it's a flight stand. This is bendy, so you can bend it whichever way you'd like. This also is screwed in, so just be wary of that. But yeah, this thing does screw in, and you can change them out if you have longer flight stands, if you'd like to install those instead, so you can make it look like he's actually jumping higher or whatever. But yeah, and then the clamp here, you get some soft cushioning here that doesn't, so that way it won't damage the figure. And you get this butt cushion here for the figure as well, and then it's a spring-loaded clamp. So there's that. Here's that one, the other side. But yeah, and then I'll just show you how to put it all together real quick here. So you just pop this right in here, take this off, put the clamp through, boom, and boom. And then there's your stand for Andrew's figure. Next, we'll go over the webbing. So it's the generic Hot Toys webbing that we got for all the Spideys so far, at least the newer ones. So you get this little tunneling web effect here, which you can like have stick into a wall or flat surface and make it look like he's actually webbing. And then what you would do is put in one of the webbing pieces and put it in his hand or have him hold it. It's clear plastic, somewhat soft, but don't be gentle with it obviously still. So you got that, and then you get this webbing here where you can make it look like he's swinging. It would loop around his fist, and then you got some hanging out right here, and then you got this part which you would be swinging off of. So this is pretty cool. Somewhat flexible, also still be careful with it. Clear plastic, pretty cool, nice detailing. So there is that one. I don't know what to really call this type of webbing effect, but I just call it web swinging, I guess. And then you got another one which doesn't have like the spool effect over the fist, but here's another like web swinging one. Just straight up line here, and here's the port. I'll show you how to put that on there. So you just kind of like plug it in, just like so. It's a little hard to do it through camera, but yeah, that's what it would look like if you were to put it in. And then you could just stick it onto a wall. Obviously it won't stick to a wall, but you can make it look like it's sticking to it. And then you can have them hold this with one of these hands, which should be this one, the web grabbing hand. I'll show you how to use that here in a bit. But yeah, that is the other web swinging web effect here. And then you got two short ones here. So you get two of these guys here. So you can make it look like he's shooting out of his hand or web shooter. And that would give you like the web effect. Or you could also do the same thing. Have him shoot this web, and you would put this tunnel piece on top of here like that. This one looks like it's meant for him just to shoot out of his hand, like the rest of this. And then same deal with these guys, but except they don't have like the port thing here at the tip of the web. This one is like a thwip effect, so it has like this little ball here at the end, so it makes it look like it's just shooting out of his web shooter. So that's pretty cool. And then I'll show you the hands real quick. So you get this peace sign for Spidey. You get the webbing around it, the raised webbing. You get some texturing for the red a little bit. It's a little hard, but it's a nice cherry red. And you can kind of see like the trigger for the web shooter right there. That's how detailed this figure is. And you also get the fingertip padding too for the gloves, which is really cool. And then you got two pointing hands here, so you can do the meme if you got the other figures like Tom and Toby as well. You can have them do the meme. So this is pretty cool. So yeah, same deal. You get the fingertip padding there. You can see a little bit of the web shooters. Don't see any mess ups with the paint, so it's really cool. And then here is the web holding hands here. So you can kind of see that there's a hole in the hand there. And you just another one down here. And that's meant for this guy right here, this web effect here. You just kind of have him poke it through like that, and then boom, he's holding the web like that. I think you should be able to do that with the other web swinging effect as well, which I'll show real quick. Let's see here. So take this out, boom, and then you just poke one side right there, and then the other straight through there. If I can, it's a little harder than it looks. Boom, and then you got him holding this spooled up web slinging effect. So it's pretty cool. You can do that with both hands. So we'll put this guy back down, and then you got these here, which I'll show you what they do here in just a second. And you got some relaxed hands here. So this one you can see the entire palm. You can see the web shooter right there where you would actually push it. I know some people think it's like actually right in the center, but it's a little harder, so you get off to the side there. So I like that attention to detail there. Paint looks really good. So yeah, this is just a relaxed hand. Or if you got like a phone, you can have them hold a phone. Same deal with this hand. This is the other hand. It's a little different. The hand gesture is a little bit different. You got two wall crawling hands, which you can have him hold on to flat surfaces, make it look like he's wall crawling. So this is pretty cool. You can see that it's a little bit different. This one is a little bit more spread out. This one's not. So I like that. And then you can kind of see like they hold like that, and you get tooth whipping hands here. So this one's really cool. You can see that he's actually pushing the web shooter too. So that's pretty cool. Web lines look clean. Details on the red look really cool. You can see the Burke effect too. I forgot to mention that. So that's really cool. And then, so what you do with these hands and these pieces here is that you can kind of see that there's like a little opening down there. You can see like two web lines there, just like sitting there. you try to pry it open if possible, carefully. It's a little harder. I'm gonna have to do it off screen, so just give me a second. So yeah, this is what it would look like when you pry it off. You definitely want to be careful when you're taking them off and on. And then what you do is make sure you grab one of these and you make sure that one side, like the big part, is facing out towards the pinky kinda, and you plop that in. I like to usually just keep these on because, you know, it doesn't really matter too much if you put them in or not, but I like to keep them in just so that way, you know, I can switch them out easily and not break them. So you can see that there's a little bit of webbing coming out there, and what you do is you could grab one of these. If you want to, you could choose either the blobby side or just a straight up side, and you just port this right in to that web effect side there, and that's what it would look like. So it looks pretty dang cool. And then that's all we got for the hands. Also be careful with all these pieces, are pretty small, so I like to keep them in baggy sometimes. And then another piece to the figure is a unmasked or a mask to have him hold if you're just gonna have him like in a cool heroic pose. You can see the level of detailing on this mask. This is not a mask that you could put over his head, by the way, otherwise you'll break it. So be wary of that. Do not attempt to put this mask on over your figure's head. But yeah, you can see the lenses there. You can see the little holes where you would be able to see out of it if you were actually wearing this mask. It's a nice shiny plastic there, so you can kind of see through it. And the raised webbing looks really nice. There's a little bit of like, I don't know what that is, like packaging or something like that, and the webbing, you kind of see it. There we go, now it's gone. But yeah, it does open up, but like I said, you can't put this over your figure's head out. And then you get some extra joints here for your figure, and then you obviously with the mask you get a unmasked Peter head or Andrew head. So this looks pretty close to Andrew. It looks a little, not quite like him, but it looks pretty close. I'd say maybe the eyes throws me off a little bit, and maybe the hair. The hair probably throws me off the most. It looks like more of a younger Andrew, obviously, since this is based off The Amazing Spider-Man 2, not No Way Home. I know that there's someone on Instagram that does custom heads if you want to switch them out. But yeah, and as you can see, this comes with the neck, and you don't have to worry about the suit line going all the way up into his head. So that's nice, and you can swap out heads too if you need to. But yeah, and this is like actual fabric too, which is nice to kind of just glue down there. So you still see like the web effect, like raised webbing there. You get the bricking and the red, so it's pretty cool. And you get this nice like black and brown going on through his hair. It's mainly black though. You get the nice glossy eyes going on. Lips look good. You get some stubbles going on throughout the face. Eyebrows look good. Skin tone looks pretty good. So yeah, very realistic. And yeah, and then you get this little piece here, which I'll show you how to pop on and take off the heads and whatever for the neck piece. But yeah, that's all the accessories. Now let's pull out and bring out the figure. And here is Spidey out front. So this is a really cool figure. I do have some issues with it though, so keep that in mind. But the figure looks amazing. I love it. No pun intended, by the way. It is an awesome figure. I love it. So yeah, let's start off with the details. So first you get the masked head sculpt. Looks really cool. You get this nice metallic like raised webbing here. Looks really cool, and you get the cool lenses. But in the movies it's white, but I don't mind like the dark gray look to it. It doesn't bother me too much. I know it bothers some people. And then you get this nice bricked effect going on throughout the entire suit and the red parts of it, which looks nice. And what's nice about this is that this mask and the neck is connected, so you don't have to worry about like the figure head neck line showing up. So it looks like it's an actual like mask, I guess. Like it moves like that. Kind of see how like it curves with the when he turns his head like that. So it's pretty cool. And then you get this nice metallic raised spider logo here. Looks really cool. And then the blue, you get this nice like screen printed pattern going on here. Can't tell what type of pattern it is, but it looks really good. And then you get the arms here, looks really good. No mess ups really. You get his web shooters here, which is awesome. My one issue is I do wish that you can actually just put the web shooting effects inside the web shooter, but I know it'd probably require them to make the web shooter a little bit bigger. I don't know. And then you get fisted hands with the figure. So if you guys were wondering where those were, these were already on the figure. So yeah, and then looks pretty good there. Webbing looks clean. You get a little bit of the web shooter showing off there, a little bit, not too much. It's right under the fingers. And then here's the back. You get some nice webbing going on here. And then you can see some like outlining from the red separating the blue. You get this nice raised red spider logo here. Get this belt, this butt there. You get some detailing going on with the figure. You can see like how there's like a trim along the legs here. And then here's his boots. The webbing and the red parts of the figure look really good, and I like how reflective the webbing looks. It's really cool. And then here's the bottom of the boots, or what you would call soles, and these are exactly what they look like from the movies. You get that like web detail underneath the boots with some red inside the webbing. So yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about the figure's detail. Like, the level of detailing is amazing. My one issue is probably the lenses. I mean, it looks close. It looks really good. I'd just say maybe white would make it a little bit better, but I dig the dark gray. But yeah, next we'll go over the articulation. So first, head. Here's the issue. It barely looks up or down. It looks up and down a little bit, but now hold on. And that's because of the neck piece. The unmasked Andrew figure, head sculpt does the same thing with the neck. Does not want to move up or down. But as you saw, it will look left and right. And a little bit of head pivoting. So that's my issue with this. Shoulders move out that far, so really good for flexibility for the shoulders going out. Goes forward that much, backwards that much. You do get a bicep swivel in there. You get a elbow joint in there, so you can have them flexing like that. And you do have a butterfly joint inside the shoulder, so you can have the shoulders moving back and forth. And then same thing with the elbows. Nope, never mind. You can't do anything with the elbows. But then you get these joints here for the wrists, so you can have them go down that much, forward and back that much. You can also have them go side to side if you rotate it. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna fix that real quick. There we go. And then he does have ab crunch, so he has a top one. Goes forward just that much, backwards that much. He has another one down at the hips. So with all that going, probably forward that much max. Backwards a lot. He does have a waist swivel at the hips, so you can have him twist. Legs kick out that much. Kick forward that much. Backwards that much. You do have a thigh cut. Some double jointed knees. Kicks back pretty far. And then you do have a... Oh, that's probably not what's supposed to happen. His ankles are like all the way up here. So definitely be careful, because the boots are fucking huge. And he has like high ankle tops, I guess. So yeah, be careful with that, because the socket just popped out of it on me. So yeah, but it does move up that far, down that far. You get some twisting pivot going on here. I'm sorry I was out of focus, but you get a lot of pivoting going on with that. No toe hinges, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I'll get him in some cool poses. Actually, first, I'll show you how to take off the head. So first, that's what it looks like. It just looks like a little clip. And that's what the head looks like here. And then if you want to pop on Andrew's head, that's what it would look like. And yeah, but sadly, like I said, you can't have them quite look up or down. So that's the one issue that I have with this figure, is mainly the head articulation. You can't get him to look up or down. That's my main issue. But I could get him in some cool poses for you guys. So yeah, that is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure for you. He is an awesome figure. Like I said, he has some issues though. I wish they did a little bit better on this figure though, for sure. Especially with the head articulation, that's the main issue. Everything else seems fine. Besides maybe the ankles need a little bit of work too. But besides that, it's a really cool figure though. It's a cool figure to have in your collection. But like I said, the head just does not want to move up and down. So I would give this figure probably like a 7. You know, it's a good figure, but it could have been way better, I think. The detailing on this figure is awesome. The head sculpt and the ankles just don't do it for me, I feel like. So that's the main thing. I can't give him the insanely cool poses, but I did get him in some cool, so I'm happy. But I do recommend getting it. I mean, if you're into like custom making and trying to make the head move a little bit better, please do that. But besides that, that's all I really got with this figure. It's a really cool figure though. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching.